I'm Bo Eberly, here to tell you a little bit about a course that is being offered in the Religious Studies Department in the spring of 2018. That course is Reli365, Studies in Christian Theologies and Theologians. So depending on the year and who's teaching it, this course is rearranged a little bit thematically. And this year we'll be looking at different liberation theologies in the Americas. So what that means is we'll be looking at how different marginalized and oppressed groups respond theologically to the problems that they've encountered historically. In the 90s, a famous black liberation theologian named William R. Jones famously asked the question, "Is God a white racist?" And by this, he meant, if you think seriously about the problem of evil, classically, philosophically, that God is all good, all-knowing, and all-powerful, how have such bad things happened to certain people groups throughout history? So we're going to be taking a philosophical and historical approach to these issues of suffering and pain and oppression, and going through the 20th century and looking at kind of what I'm calling various awakenings in black theology, Latin American theology, feminist theology, queer theology, womanist theology, which is black feminism, eco-theology, so people that want to think more about God's relation to the world and what that means about how we treat it. So it's going to be a lot of material. It's going to be a lot of super interesting material if you're someone who's been curious about theology, or maybe theology is a hobby of yours, and you want to take a historical kind of academic approach to seeing what all these different theologies are like. If you want to think philosophically about the problem of evil and suffering and just God in general, or if you just want to expand your horizons and see how people that are much perhaps different than you have thought about these big things and questions like God and the world, you should come hang out. It's going to be a great time. So thanks for your time, and hopefully I'll see you in the spring.